This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Welcome to the discussion. Today we're diving into the intricacies of Form 1099-S, a crucial document for anyone involved in real estate transactions. It's a topic that can be quite confusing, but thankfully we have an expert here to clarify things.
The 1099-S can indeed seem daunting at first glance, but understanding its purpose and requirements is key to accurate tax reporting.
Absolutely. Many people aren't fully aware of what information this form requires, and the penalties for getting it wrong can be significant.
Precisely. It's not just about the numbers, it's about understanding the context and ensuring all the necessary details are reported correctly.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is Form 1099-S and who needs to use it?
Form 1099-S is used to report proceeds from real estate transactions. Essentially, anyone involved in selling real estate, whether it's a residential property, commercial building, or land, needs to file this form. This includes brokers, agents, and even individuals selling their own property.
So it's not just for large-scale real estate deals. Even a homeowner selling their house needs to use this form?
Correct. The threshold for reporting is generally any transaction exceeding $600. This means that even a relatively small sale still requires a 1099-S.
That's important to know. What kind of information is actually required on the form?
The form requires a lot of specific details. This includes the seller's information, the buyer's information, the property's address, the date of sale, the gross proceeds from the sale, and any relevant details about the transaction. Accuracy is paramount.
And what happens if someone doesn't fill out the form correctly or misses the deadline?
Inaccurate or late filing can lead to penalties and interest charges from the IRS. It's crucial to ensure the form is completed accurately and submitted by the required deadline.
Where can people find the form and how do they file it?
The IRS website, irs.gov, is the best resource. You can download the form, its instructions, and even find helpful guides and FAQs there. Filing can be done electronically or by mail, depending on the filer's preference and the volume of transactions.
And are there any specific resources on the IRS website that you would recommend for those who are struggling to understand the form?
Absolutely. The IRS website provides detailed instructions, examples, and frequently asked questions to help taxpayers understand the requirements and complete the form correctly. They also offer various publications and guides that can be very helpful.
Let's talk about gross proceeds. What exactly does that term encompass in the context of real estate sales?
Gross proceeds refer to the total amount received by the seller from the sale of the property before any deductions for expenses or commissions. It's the total amount of money that changed hands.
So it's the total sale price regardless of any costs associated with the sale?
Exactly. Expenses like real estate agent commissions, closing costs, and other fees are not subtracted from the gross proceeds when reporting on Form 1099-S.
We touched on penalties earlier. Can you elaborate on the potential consequences of not filing Form 1099-S correctly or on time?
Penalties can be substantial. They can range from late filing penalties to penalties for inaccurate reporting. The amount of the penalty depends on the severity and nature of the error. It's always best to err on the side of caution and seek professional help if needed.
So it's definitely worth taking the time to understand the form and complete it accurately. The IRS website mentions other related forms and publications. Are there any that you think are particularly helpful for taxpayers completing Form 1099-S?
Yes, several related forms and publications can provide additional guidance. For example, Form 1096 is used to transmit multiple information returns, including Form 1099-S. Publication 515 offers information on withholding tax on non-resident aliens and foreign entities, which can be relevant in certain real estate transactions.
So it's not just about the 1099-S itself. There are other related documents that a taxpayer should be aware of. Given the complexity and potential penalties, when should someone seek professional help with completing Form 1099-S?
If you're unsure about any aspect of the form, or if you have a complex real estate transaction, it's always best to consult a tax professional. They can help ensure the form is completed accurately and that you comply with all IRS regulations.
That's excellent advice. It's better be safe than sorry, especially when dealing with tax matters. We mentioned electronic filing. What are the advantages of filing electronically versus mailing the form?
Electronic filing is generally faster, more efficient, and reduces the risk of errors. The IRS provides various electronic filing options, and many tax software programs support the electronic filing of Form 1099-S.
And are there any specific IRS resources that you would recommend for taxpayers who are looking to file electronically?
The IRS website provides detailed instructions and guidance on electronic filing options, including information on approved software providers and e-filing procedures.
What are some of the most common mistakes people make when completing Form 1099-S?
One common mistake is misreporting the gross proceeds. Another is failing to include all the necessary information, such as the property address or the date of sale. Incorrectly identifying the buyer or seller is also a frequent error.
So double-checking all the information is crucial. What kind of records should taxpayers keep to support the information reported on Form 1099-S?
It's essential to maintain detailed records of the entire transaction. This includes the sales contract, closing documents, and any other relevant paperwork. These records should be kept for at least 3 years in case of an audit.
So proper record keeping is vital for compliance. Does the form ever change? How can taxpayers stay updated on any revisions or updates?
The IRS periodically updates tax forms and instructions. The best way to stay informed is to check the IRS website regularly for any changes or revisions to Form 1099-S. They usually announce updates prominently on their site.
So staying informed is key to ensuring compliance. This has been a very informative discussion. Thank you for clarifying the complexities of Form 1099-S and providing valuable insights for our listeners.
My pleasure. Accurate tax reporting is crucial, and understanding Form 1099-S is a key step in ensuring compliance.
It's a great discussion.